Hey everybody, it's That's Bats here with a possible early reveal for you. Earlier this week, Wizards released on their website animated cards, which could possibly be the premium content we'll see in Magic Arena. So let's take a look at some of these cards. The first one we have here is Demon Lord Belzenlok. These animations look, as you can see, really great on the cards. They're actually taken right from the Dominaria trailer. It's possible that that's all they're doing here is just putting their trailer art in the cards, but it's easy to see how these could turn into the premium content. The animations are great. They're really beautiful. Let's go ahead and look at another one here. Our next reveal here will be Fight with Fire, which features Jaya Ballard. Right? We have these beautiful animation and particle effects going on. Right? These are very beautiful cards. So this is interesting. I'd be excited to see this kind of stuff in Arena. Next, we have Danitha Capagen Paragon. This is Gerard's descendant on Dominaria. So she has this great animation here. One of the interesting things about these animations is they kind of either have to loop or they have this really big cut, right? Like Belzenlok, where they go back to the beginning. But these are really pretty. 3D effects, all kinds of stuff. Let's look at Whisper Blood Liturgist. Okay, we got this one has a nice little looping effect that makes it nice and smooth, right? The looping effects seem to look smoother than the ones that just cut, right? So that's always very interesting, but these animated cards are very interesting. They kind of bring everything to life, which is great. Let's take a look at Karn, Scion of Urza. Here's another example of a card. They have this looping, but you can see that there's a danger in the loops possibly too, right? Because as Karn approaches and goes back and forth, this kind of an odd animation. The Weatherlight, we have the Weatherlight here. Let's check that out. The Weatherlight is the famous ship created by Urza to use against the Phyrexian invasion, and it has recently been restored with the Dominaria storyline, and so we have that making its appearance here, right? And to see the animated Weatherlight is just a great feeling, right? But I mean, it's really neat to see these cards animated. This is something, honestly, that they can do in digital that they can't do on paper, that they should really, really play up. You know, some of these animations may be a little too fast for the game. I don't know. It would be awkward to have these in your hand and just see them move all the time, or to slam a bunch of these on the table and have them constantly animating throughout the whole game. That would get overwhelming at times. What they may need to do is to trigger it so it animates once on play, and then animates again on hover over, because I can't imagine these animating the whole time. That would look so chaotic on screen. It'd be very distracting. And I would definitely be encouraged by this type of premium artwork, I think. Again, I do think they need to slow some of them down, and they may need to like change the way they animate. Like maybe the thing to do, I think if we look at Jaya, this Fight with Fire, I think we get a great example of what might need to be done here. Is maybe what they need to do is do one initial animation and then kind of pause it on the final scene and let the final scene continue to animate with just a little bit of particle effects. Same thing with Belzenlok. If you go back to Belzenlok, if he just hovered on that last scene and then let the particles keep going, so that way it still had a touch of animation but not too much, that would be really awesome. I wouldn't be sad to see these in the game, and this is definitely something to be excited about in my opinion. I do think they need to tone down the animations or get them just right, so that way they're not potentially very distracting on screen all of the time. But again, I think they could really do some great stuff if they played with it. So good job with this, Wizards. I hope we do see these in the game. I hope these are the real cards. You guys let me know what you think. Do you think these are the real premium cards? Do you think this is what we're going to see in game? And what do you think about these cards? Do you like them? Do you dislike them? Do you want to see more things like this? Let me know in the comments below, and make sure you give us a like and a subscribe. Thanks very much.